I want it that way. Tell me why.
You guys know there's not going to be any auto-tune here today, right? What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Mark Rodney Show. This is episode 10. So excited to be here, and this is also the first time we are having a repeat guest, John Young. Welcome back to the podcast, man. Glad to have you here.
Glad to be here.
And then also, if you're watching the video version, this is the first episode where we have a video intro along with our fun theme song.
So whatever intro you just watched, that was the first time.
If you're listening on audio, go check it out on video.
Yeah, if you're listening on audio, sorry.
Yeah.
Or go watch the video.
But what are we talking about today?
We're talking about our music video that just recently dropped on our YouTube channel, Bye Bye Bye, our cover of Bye Bye Bye, that John and I have been trying to make and talking about since June of 2024 or July.
Yeah.
June or July of 24.
To clarify, what do I look at?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I've
Whichever
only done
one
this
has the
time.
red light
Pretty sure
on.
we had the
Okay.
same interaction for the
History
Wingman
repeats
podcast,
itself.
but
You can look at them or you can look at us.
yeah.
Right. Yeah. So let's see. What did you just ask? The first.
The first actual time we talked about doing this was over a year ago. Because as we're recording this podcast right now, it's what, September?
September 25.
It didn't take us this long to make it. We
Right.
just had a lot of other stuff. Like we haven't been putting 24/7 into this music video. It took us a year
What?
and 2
Why
months
not,
to
John?
do it. Then we would never get anything done. You're like, well, it took you that? No, yeah. We had a lot of different. We all had different projects going on and different, obviously, work and stuff. This was kind of the more fun thing, I think, that we were doing. Whereas we wanted to do it, but it's for the channel. It's more creative, more of a passion project situation and an experiment for us, because that kind of goes into the first for us as far as recording, me and Brody recording music, and
We had
dabbling in
done
that.
we had done singing before.
Right.
Musicals and stuff like that. And we had both actually recorded music, not professionally. Like just recorded ourselves singing and like had fun with that. We liked to sing and we were like, well, it'd be nice to do that, but in an actual professional recording studio and have it professionally mixed and like really go for it and have fun and see how it goes and see what happens. So yeah, you have a friend that helped us with that.
Yeah, Jonathan Schlegel, shout out again. He was a ton of help. He was amazing. He provided the studio for us to record in. He mixed it all. He, from scratch, did all digitally. It was amazing. Could never figure out how to do something like that. But as well as obviously recording our vocals. So, but did we want to talk about first selecting the song?
Sure, yeah. I mean, originally we thought we'd do, I believe it's a song by the Backstreet Boys.
Yes.
Right.
Thus the cold open.
What is
The
it?
rival to NSYNC.
Yeah, the rival, You Are My Fire. Which, yeah, if that was the cold open, then
I want it.
You guys got a sample of why
we.
we didn't do that. So
Hey, it's. I think it's I want it that way.
I Want It That Way. That's what it is.
Yeah, that's what it's called.
Yeah, it's embarrassing.
He wanted to do that song. Doesn't even know the name. But
I don't even know the name. It's like one of the most popular boy band songs. I'm like, You Are My Fire, I'm pretty sure.
That's why we didn't do that.
I Want It That Way. I love the song because I saw it on Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
yeah, classic scene.
Classic cold open, actually, I think.
What's
Brooklyn
that?
Nine-Nine.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
You've never seen Brooklyn Nine-Nine? Is that true?
I actually haven't seen it. I've heard of it though.
Okay, I was like, you've definitely
You
heard
would
of it,
probably
'cause I-
love it, dude.
Yeah, it's so funny.
What is it about? I
It's a
off track,
sitcom. It's just a comedy about cops.
Andy Samberg.
Andy Samberg's the
Okay.
main guy, and it's really funny.
Enough said.
But anyway, we were originally going to do that. We'd been practicing it for like a little while.
Roughly.
We had done like a couple of practice sessions, like, you know, this is the song we're doing. But then Deadpool and Wolverine came out.
Yeah, and there's a little scene there, not okay for the kids, but Deadpool's like killing a bunch of dudes to Bye Bye Bye
As
by
one does.
NSYNC, right? Very legendary opening now. A lot of fun, though. We figured, oh, well, let's ride the wave of that and sing that song because it's also a very similar, it's both boy band. You giggling over there, you okay?
I'm just laughing at the fact that we were like, let's ride that wave, and then we released it a year after Deadpool and Wolverine came out.
Yeah.
It's
It
a
took us so
really, really long wave.
Yeah. It was a big wave. People loved that movie.
or we're just really slow at producing anything.
That's the reality.
Yeah, we probably lost half our audience there, but
we
okay.
thought we'd ride that wave, and so we changed to that song. We started practicing that song.
Imagine I Want It That Way was in the movie this year of some kind and blew up, and then we finally released it.
And then we'd be like, we should have.
Good thing that didn't happen, though,
Yeah,
right?
good thing. Good thing. So then we just scheduled getting into the studio with Jonathan
August, I believe, of last year.
in August of 24, and we were like, this is going to be great. We've practiced a little bit. We know the song. We thought surely, we're just
hard
as
could
good.
it be?
We're just as good as Justin Timberlake and Joey Fatone.
We sang it in a couple of musicals. We got this.
Surely we can sing one of the most popular boy band songs of the 90s, if not the most popular.
Where they all sing super high and stylized.
Boy band
and-
style.
Yeah.
We couldn't.
It was
Spoiler alert.
It was unfortunately a
The
little bit
voices
of,
are not out. No, just kidding. They are. But
They
it's
are
a journey
ours.
to get there.
it
But
was
the first version didn't go so well, I heard. Just
Well, yeah,
now,
that's-
actually, before recording today.
yeah, so go ahead.
You want me to? Okay. So we go in there, we're recording. I was feeling, so to clarify, when you go in, we went in a room, right, separate from, so Jonathan was in one room mixing it and like recording it, and then we had headphones on in a private room, and you hear your voice in the headphones as you sing directly into the mic, and it's completely raw. There's no acoustics, you don't hear any of that stuff that drowns out flat notes or anything that doesn't sound good when you just sing to yourself in the bathroom. At least I think everybody does
Right,
that, right?
no echo.
Yeah.
You always
No
have echo,
reverb.
almost no matter where you are. But you are in a room with
Crisp,
dead space, right? The walls are covered in things to make sure there's no echo.
And not
you have
only-
headphones on, and you are directly in your ear.
And not only that, you also are kind of tripping yourself out because you're hearing your voice through here slightly delayed, I assume, as you're singing into it. So you can't even quite do it, which I guess I've heard a lot of singers, they do the one ear thing, which we did end up, I think, doing a little bit. But first time we just tried it and went for it, and wasn't the best thing I've ever done. Now,
So afterwards, you were kind of like, I don't know, man. And I was like, I don't know. I felt pretty good. I thought I nailed it.
yeah,
Thought I did
and
pretty
think
good.
I think he did better definitely in the first recording session than I did, just on average, like adjusting to it. But I knew there was parts that didn't sound rough. I didn't really know how to sing it right. I was trying to sing it just in the styles that I knew, but it didn't work for that, and it was too high. And there's all these different things that I was just thinking through. I don't know if that's going to work. You did similar stuff there, but I think you got a few more hits than me in there. But
But when you're
regardless-
trying to sing a song and you have a few hits where it sounds good,
Right.
Yeah.
That's not what
that's
we're
not
doing.
good. Yeah.
regardless, I walked out of there not really sure. He was thinking, oh, I think it's going to be good. So fast forward, I don't know, a couple weeks, whenever we got the first cut, and we had just gone to a friend's house. And we're like, oh, we got the first cut. Let's hear it in the car. Here we go. Our first song. We click play.
And the first sound that I heard was my voice coming through.
And
And it was
that's
the worst thing I've ever heard in my life. It was absolutely
was-
awful. It sounded like a dying goose or like a cow in labor. Like it was so bad. Like it sounded like I was trying to be funny.
Yeah.
Like I think I can
Yeah.
sing. Like in my head, I'm like, I can sing. I've sung
It was-
plenty of times.
it was both of us,
And
though,
I was
too.
like, I guess I can't. Like I guess
Right.
it's
Yeah.
over. I just heard like, hey.
Yeah,
Like
and
it was like
the light slowly left our eyes for about 3
we were
minutes.
like looked at each other like this can't be right.
And I thought, so now we kind of switched roles. I was going, okay, well, maybe, I don't know how this all works. Maybe the mixing still is going to change everything, or maybe we just have to tweak a few stuff. And then you were saying it's over.
He
We
maintained
can't
some
sing.
optimism. He
It's
was
over.
like-
we can't show this to anyone.
He's like, it's dry. There's no like echo. There's nothing added to it. I mean, it's just our dry.
That was onto
vocals.
something, but it was also not good.
Right. There was a combination. It was a combination of the two. And I was like, we have to give up. We have to bury this. No one can know.
Yeah.
Like, let's destroy it and move on with our
Is that
lives.
what you do with all your problems?
Yes. I'm like, just bury it, throw it away, get it in the garbage.
Down deep.
No one will ever see it. I just push it down real deep so
And
that
I
I don't
try to
feel it
forget
anymore.
about it, yeah.
Yeah. That's
what I
healthy.
do.
That's what my therapist told me to do. Anyway, so it wasn't good. But John was like, two things. Let's see what happens with more mixing, and let's try to get back in the studio and re-record a few parts, and let's try to
Well,
fix it.
actually, I said I'm going back in and re-recording mine.
Maybe that's
and
what
I'm
it was.
doing it alone.
And
I
then
think that
I joined
actually
you.
that helped.
Oh, so you guys
me.
went back separately.
So I went back first separately, and Brody was kind of teetering on
forgot
probably
about that.
doing the same thing. But I was the first one thinking, okay, there's a couple spots I really have to at least try again. And then I ended up re-recording pretty much everything.
Yeah.
I kid you not, probably 10 to 15%. could be completely wrong, but of the finished song was our original vocals from the first recording.
The re-recording, and then I went in with you. We both went in again.
Yeah. Because then I did it, and he said, well, I can't have you going re-recording sounding great now,
right?
And me doing that.
And me still sounding like a cow in labor.
Yeah.
So I went back
we sharpen each other, but there's also a little healthy, like, okay,
a little healthy
I'm gonna do
competition
it
there. Yeah.
good, too. I can't have you be better.
which is great. Yeah, it just pushes us to sing it better. So we went back in, we re-recorded, it went better.
Okay.
And then we
Far better. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was still obviously our first. It was more what we would wish our first time was.
exactly.
But
You have to learn, at some point, and that was your first time going in the studio. Mind you, all of this happened before I even knew about any of it. I'm pretty sure you guys were just doing your own thing. Yeah, I don't think I was entered into the conversation until I heard like the mixed
Pretty much the
mastered
final
version.
mix,
Yeah,
yeah.
the final mix. He finally showed me, and then I was like. You kind of like, I don't know if you were conning me or what, but you showed it to me and I was like, oh, what would be super fun is we did a music video. And you're like,
That's what we were thinking.
yeah. You're like, oh, wow. I'm so
didn't
glad
tell.
you came to that conclusion on your
On your
accord.
own. Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, let's do it. And so I wanted to, shoot something with you guys for this. But yeah, all of that stuff happened before it even had a dream of being a Mark
And
Rodney
getting to that,
Entertainment
even
project.
getting to that final mix and showing you was a labor. Like we really put Jonathan through.
Other Jonathan.
Who mixed the
Another
music,
Jonathan.
because he would send us a cut and then we'd be like, let's tweak that a little bit. Let's do
we put him
this.
through the ringer, but he delivered.
and
every
including
time we
just like
asked.
changing out takes, because when you record a song, you record multiple sections, you do it many times. Like
if you're
you
us.
have better, at least if you're us, and you have better moments that you're.
I'm
like,
sure every
well,
artist has about 300 different takes to choose from. for
Surely,
every
surely
word.
everyone does 100 takes, yeah, and chooses the
of them
best
do.
of those 100 for every section. But we were very particular. Obviously, we wanted to do the best we could, and so that took a while. And then we finally reached the final mix. And like Ethan said, that's when we were like, let's make a music video.
Let's talk about the video though. So obviously you have the song is fun. You finally have a version that you're happy enough with. We wanted to do a music video, but obviously you guys were kind of teeing up this whole creative project. So how did you decide on the direction of the music video?
Oh, just the entire
story, the concept.
So we thought through a few ideas. We talk about this a little in the BTS video, so I don't want to be too redundant. But basically, the original thought was, okay, it's a love song, right? It's about saying goodbye to an ex or something, right? And we're like, it's, again, too basic to every music video, everything. And also, obviously, a music video already exists for this song, which is... that one's actually kind of weird, too. I don't know if you've seen the
They're like
original
puppets
thing.
on a weird string or something.
But a
It's-
girl's puppeteering them, I guess, is the thing.
It's very 90s.
Good thing ours isn't weird.
Right. We wanted to do something completely...
more for modern audiences.
As we have the giraffe mask and
head
owl
and-
mask
and
and a
Reggie's
and Reggie, of
joining
course.
us.
knitted
Some key
alligator
players
with
here.
a party hat on for you audio listeners.
The entire ensemble is here with us.
Yes.
We unfortunately couldn't get Night Owl to show up today, but Giraffe decided to don the apparel.
Right.
Yes. In honor of Night Owl.
So yeah, you decided to do Night Owl.
Yes.
Which go ahead.
So we thought, okay, that would be too simple. What's something kind of goofy, maybe, or metaphorical, but also silly that we could do? We came up with a few different things, but landed on the idea of, somebody could wear a shirt that literally just says what they are, and we threw around a couple ideas. And some were more serious than others.
Yeah.
Anxiety,
Yeah.
depression, OCD.
We did have to tinker around with those ideas. And we did end up landing on, though, we're like, we don't want to take ourselves too seriously here.
Right.
We want to be funny and have fun. That's where we're going to have the most fun.
Yeah.
And so we started catering
The
towards the
project's
funny
already
ideas.
goofy. Might as well completely lean into that idea.
Always goofing.
And just what's a way to do a music video in the most fun way for us to do? Because we haven't. I've done one in college, and then you did one, obviously. Have you ever done?
Filmed,
filmed
but
one,
not. Yeah.
You have filmed one.
I think so. Yeah.
Oh, okay. You
Yeah.
think?
It's been a while.
I'm trying to remember. I mean, when we did our music video, so John and I went to the same college and studied film production. And so there is a music video project. But I didn't work on a music video. I did a narrative.
That's true.
So this might have been my first real music video.
Yeah.
That I was this heavily involved with.
It was so funny because you guys wanted to be goofy and have a lot of fun with it, which I think was the right direction. But also, you wanted it to be high quality. We just launched Mark Rodney Entertainment. We want to lead with excellence in a way, you know.
Yeah, it's
on
gonna
that.
be
high
it's-
quality everything, which will emphasize the humor as well. Where
Yes.
if we just goofed off with our phones or something, it'd be funny, but it wouldn't hit the same as, oh, this is pretty highly produced, but ridiculous.
Yeah.
And that's kind of part of the fun, to me at least.
It's meta funny when it's like you spent that much time, energy, and money to do that.
Right.
Like
Right.
it's funnier.
And
It's
some
like
people
you-
have asked
yeah.
us that question.
It may or may not have been
And
me.
we said, yes, we did. And we had a lot of fun doing it.
Yeah.
Brought us joy. So yeah, so it was honestly John kind of stemmed from his idea of this, like John and I often stay up late. And so talking about
Always stay up late.
Always stay up late. And so the idea of being a night owl and trying to move on from that, you know, in the music video, and then being like, no, we're night owls
Well, because
forever.
most people tell us we should, and maybe they're right. But the thing is, that's the part of the fun. Obviously, we then put a costume where he said Night Owl, kind of turned into more of a mascot, superhero-looking guy.
Yeah.
This is the mask,
The
obviously,
mask
over
is
there.
up here. Yeah, if you're
and
watching.
he had
the-
wings, and you should just go watch the video if you haven't.
Right, that's true.
But yeah,
you
he
can
looks
see
very
where it
funny.
went from there. But yeah, it was. It just happened to work out really well that the term Night Owl even exists, because then it could be an actual something more than just a guy in a
Right.
shirt. And then Early Bird came in there. It's the opposite is perfect.
Yeah.
We don't know who played Early Bird.
Yeah, I don't remember, don't recall.
Some large man.
Some 6'5" buffoon.
6'5". I wish. Just keep getting taller on the podcast.
Yeah, every time we mention your height.
We're talking
7
about
feet
Early
2.
Bird, Ethan, not you.
Oh yeah. Early Bird. What a guy.
Yeah.
So thankful for him.
Yeah.
you know?
And his contribution.
He's my hero.
Speaking of who played these characters,
Yeah.
so the idea of both, in our minds, I think the idea of both Early Bird and Night Owl transcend who's behind the mask.
Yes.
It's an idea, a concept,
Right.
much like the Batman.
Wow. That was deep.
Many
Okay.
can don the mask, but there's only one.
But there's only one Night Owl, and there's only one Early Bird. So we actually had two of our friends playing Night Owl, and you probably didn't notice,
Right.
is the fun part. But two different people played Night Owl in the music video, just based on availability and scheduling and stuff like that. Just was the way it had to be. So two people got to do that, which is kind of fun. And then Ethan here got to be
I stood in.
Early Bird.
I cameoed as
Dude,
Early
we
Bird.
weren't supposed to say that.
Oh, sorry. We'll cut that.
He still he didn't want me to say it because he's worried about like the fact that Ethan.
Don't tell them who plays Santa.
He
Kids are gonna be crying.
The kids are gonna cry. Ethan's
you.
been donning that suit and fighting crime at night, and so
Yeah.
that's why John didn't want me to say anything in case
At
his
night? You
enemies
mean-
are
It was
watching.
John's idea. He just really wanted to catch on.
You
to
mean
what we
fighting
were
crime in the morning because he's Early Bird.
Anyway, this led to a fun 3 days of production that were spread out over. We were talking about it before, but a day in January and 2 in February.
Quick shout out to Chase and Austin.
Yes.
who
Yeah.
played Night Owl real quick.
Yeah, let's make sure we actually make that point.
Yes, our good friends who came out and spent many hours with us,
Right.
doing that, including a marketing thing we'll talk about later.
Right.
But yeah,
Yeah, 3 days of production. The first one was at Sycamore Studio in Plain City, Ohio, which is just outside of Columbus, which was super fun. And especially because these guys paid for it. And we just got to come and shoot and hang out. So we invited a few people, some of our friends, Chris Scamra and Benji Walkman, come out. Benji gaffed. Chris was getting some of the BTS video. So if you like the video, thank Chris. And then that was it for crew, right? I was DPing, and then you guys were in it with Night Owl. And
yeah,
that was it.
we
So,
kept it skeleton.
Yeah, did a couple hours there. It was more
Three?
than 3 or
it was
4.
3 or 4 hours. I think we did
4.
4.
Yeah.
I think we had 4 hours at the
We had a
studio,
huge
which
psych wall, which,
filled
if you
it.
don't know, is like the big infinity wall that had a bunch of lights, and so we had a bunch of colors going, and just really was trying to go max creative there.
Yeah, the section that has us either with a pink background or a gray and white background, that was all done at Sycamore Studio.
Right. And that was just day one.
No
Which-
green screen.
Which a funny
green
thing
screen.
from that day, a couple things. One, we were playing other songs to dance to and get hyped to.
Yeah.
Just for the energy.
Yeah.
Because keep in mind, we've heard our recording of Bye 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 about 1 million times.
Mm-hmm.
So to keep us like fresh and excited, we were just playing we played some Pitbull and all
What was-
kinds of fun
What
music.
was that one
Classic
that you,
2000s
Baylor.
part.
Baylor was
Hidden gem from him. Yeah.
Oh, an
Mostly
absolute hidden
instrumental.
and
Spanish.
Spanish
stuff.
and anyway, so we were staying hype in different ways, and then the day ended with us mysteriously not being able to find the night owl.
Oh,
mask.
I forgot about that.
You guys were so
Yeah.
stressed about it. I was like packing up all the gear. Like we were ready to leave, and these guys were like, "We cannot find the mask."
The night owl mask had just vanished, like
Right.
into thin air. Like, and everyone was helping look. We were
Everyone
going
was
through
looking. We looked everywhere.
every bag, every trash can. We asked the people working there, like, "Did you see this mask? Did you
Yeah.
throw it away? Did something happen
And now
to
the
it?"
mask came with the wings. I mean, we won't spoil how we assembled the most unique, beautiful superhero costume
you've
that's
ever
ever been
seen.
assembled. But yes, the mask did come with the wings. And
When we ordered it
figured-
from like what's
Amazon.
the
what?
I was gonna say from like Stan Winston's studio in Hollywood, Amazon.
Amazon.
Sorry, I spoiled it. But anyway, so we just obviously we were gonna film again, and we had enough time, so we just bought another. Obviously, you just had to buy another. I don't know where we thought we didn't know where it went, but it was a simple solution. It was just a little too expensive to feel good,
Yeah.
but we bought it, another one, and then was it the day of filming? The next time
think so.
in the apartment.
Yeah, it was like hours.
Yeah,
before
I
got
grabbed
there.
I grabbed this little prop. It's a prop bag. It was literally a Meyer plastic bag because we reuse those because we care about the worth.
The worth.
The worth,
The
of, the
worth of the
environment.
earth.
Yeah, Yeah, and so we.
Hashtag the earth has worth.
Yeah.
So I pulled out the bag with the props, and I just was reaching in there to grab something else, and I just pull out the original mask.
And it was just there. Like
in the prop
and,
bag.
and we had absolutely gone through every bag we had.
Yeah.
And it wasn't there. Like we were freaked out.
Yeah.
You just like held it up
I
like
thought it would. Yeah,
it's right here. And we were both like,
it just spawned back in.
yeah, it was crazy. On
And
the
I-
day of shooting, like it was like, here I
Right.
am, I'm ready to shoot. Night
Yeah.
Owl lives.
And thankfully, I was able to just put the other ones back in the Amazon bag and return it. So
No,
we got
I
our-
was
ended
going to
up
ask.
fair and
I got
square.
excited because I thought you had two, so I thought we had a copycat in our hands. But
that is the
No,
Do
original.
not.
That is the
It's
original. Very
mask.
nice. So that's in between day 1 and 2. So day 2 was here, right?
In this
here
very
is
room.
Brody and Jonathan's apartment here
Yes.
in Lima.
The bachelor pad here. And
Yep.
we trashed this place.
Oh yeah,
Right. And then
had
we
a
thought,
blast.
why don't we just leave it like this and then we could just film and we won't have to.
that would be if I showed up and this place was like that. I'd be like genuinely concerned for you
You
guys.
see like just little creatures.
Yeah, but I can
moving around
attest
the
that's not how they live normally. Most
We're,
of the
we're
time.
a little messy.
Don't look at the dinner table.
We are a little messy, but we're not that messy.
Right.
He's
I
Very
can
messy.
borderline on being that messy at times. But what we did
more
was
like untidy. You're not gross.
I'm untidy. Correct. I have a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so we used literally this living room and
Staged
we
a huge party scene.
staged a massive party scene in two things. We did it for the opening, which was like a really pretty version of garbage. Like those shots are like for
Really
some
nice.
reason, like the golden light coming in on
So
like an
proud
old
of
box
that.
of pizza looks really good for
Yeah.
some reason.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I didn't have a gaffer for.
Yeah,
I'm so proud of
Ethan
that
did
fact.
You
that.
are the
I
gaffer.
lit
Yeah,
everything
it was
with my own
amazing.
lights.
He did. He carried everything around, did it all himself. He was
One-man band.
One-man banding that day, while him and I were just like, "Oh, what would be funny on camera?"
While you grabbed, okay, do we want to? Because I do need to talk
Yeah,
about that. I
this
just
is worth
remember.
so-
I
mentioning,
don't know
yes.
what you're even talking
We
about. so.
filmed the first skit, obviously, when everything was put in a proper place, and then we trashed it more
Oh, yeah,
to
yeah.
get the party shots.
Yeah.
So, dancing around, goofing off,
Silly
throwing
string.
things, silly string everywhere, right? We're making a mess, but silly string is meant to be somewhat cleanable. It did stain the couch for some reason because it was off-brand. But
we bought the cheapest
Yeah, like
silly string.
Dollar Tree version.
we just went to Walmart one
was
day,
called,
and
like-
it was a lot of fun. I won't lie, to just look in the party aisle and grab everything
It was
off the
called
wall.
like Goofy Yarn or something. Like it was just like super off-brand silly string,
Yeah. It's definitely not what it was called, but that is funny.
and it did stain, which is pretty funny.
Yeah. So then we're just getting a little excited and doing some crazy stuff. And I'm over there prepping for another shot, and I look over right here on this couch, and Brody jumps onto the couch with an open bag of orange Doritos and says, "This would be real funny. Here we go." And Ethan's like, "Okay, here we go. I'm filming. I got it." And he just starts shaking the bag in the air.
Throwing it up in
As he's jumping on this couch, opening these cushions up, and I'm watching the Doritos fall in between the cushions and getting crushed.
and
under
they
his
are
feet.
they are smashed to smithereens,
Just,
like little
dust,
bits and
Dorito dust
and
everywhere, and
orange all over the couch.
And
And,
I
I'm
won't lie.
laughing maniacally and having a great time. And Ethan's like, "Yeah," and
Because you
filming
looked
it.
at me right before, you're like, "Should we do it? It's gonna make a mess." I was like, "Yeah, we should."
So it's your fault.
yeah,
it's
it
your
might be
fault.
my fault. I apologize, but you had to do
yeah.
it for the shot.
And
Yeah,
all
was
it
a
took
great
all it
shot.
took was you saying that though for me to be like,
Yeah,
yeah, Yeah, we need to. It's gonna be so funny.
And the fun at that point, the fun stopped for John.
the
Just
reality.
a little bit. I let them finish the shot. I wasn't going to be a party pooper. And then I said, so why in the world did we just do that? Because we could have just done that on the floor and gotten the same
And
shot.
the reality is that took us late into the night. Like we probably didn't wrap until
my
about
gosh.
1.
Yeah,
Right?
wrap it at 1.
We said
you guys
Ethan
wanted
will
to
be
do
done by
also.
10:30.
I had like cleaned most of the stuff up, but you guys wanted to do the gear stuff. The party stuff was still a mess, but you wanted to do the whole song again in front of the blinds here with the
Yeah.
light shining through. I don't know if you
right,
remember
right.
that. So like
Yeah.
we did the whole song one more time. I didn't get out
Parts
of
of
here
it, yeah.
until like 3, I think.
Was it that late?
Or
before
maybe
you
I got
left?
home at 3.
Yeah.
I
think
feel
you
like
got
you
home.
probably
Those
left
are
by
fine.
1:30.
Okay,
You probably left by 1:30 because
Takes me an hour and a half to get home. Yeah. So.
because then
We
we
told you
realized.
we'd be done by 10.
So you should have known that meant 1:30.
How
which is why
ironic,
we
right?
didn't have a gaffer. I wasn't going to put anyone else through.
Yeah, it's fair.
There was
So-
a lot of late nights spent on the
Right.
music video.
But you
There
had
was.
to. It's
But
a music video about night
that
owl.
problem.
Yeah.
So exactly about being a night owl. It was very feng shui.
Yeah.
I don't know if that word fits. It just sounded cool. But you can look it up later and see if it's actually correct on Google. But
I've heard that from Clifford.
we spent we spent the rest of the night until probably the time you got home vacuuming up this couch that was full of Doritos. So we don't really have a very good vacuum. We have a cheap vacuum.
Yeah.
And so we went to my parents' house at like 1 a.m. I snuck
yeah.
in.
Was it at night? It wasn't in the morning.
No, it was at night. We did it that night because I remember because I had to sneak into the house and like everyone in my parents' house is asleep. They live nearby and they have a vacuum with like a hose nozzle. So it's easier
Yeah.
to get into like tight spaces. And I was like, oh, it'd be perfect. It'll take care of it real easy. So I got that and came back and we spent the rest of the night cleaning up the garbage that just the absolute carnage
Well,
that had
at one
swept
point,
over
yeah,
our
you
living
did
room
snow angels in Doritos silly string.
Dorito
and garbage.
does.
on the floor.
Yeah.
And that was
And
real.
fake money, maybe?
And that was
Right?
our
Fake
actual
money, yeah.
apartment. Yeah, fake money. It was all mixed together. I mean, you had silly string on
yeah,
stuff
good
and just
stuff.
the garbage. Just a
I just
landfill in
pulled
our
a
living
Dorito
room.
out. That would have been so perfect if we had.
And you're like, and some of it's still here. But so took us a while. We probably didn't go to bed till like 4 that night. 4 or 5.
two,
And
one.
then we had one last day of filming.
That's right.
So that was
Almost
2
forgot about
days. And then we waited till it got just warm enough to go on a roof because this is February that
Yeah.
we were filming all of this. January for the studio and then February for the second shoot day. Then we had a third shoot day in February.
It's like a week later.
And we went to a rooftop here in Lima, one of our favorite
Yeah.
spots. We
Good
like that
spot to
roof.
film.
And
That's where the legendary Spider-Man Origins
That's right.
shot its
yeah.
famous.
it's famous
shot.
rooftop
Yeah.
scene where I jump off the edge, the fake
Seemingly.
edge.
Where you jump off the
Don't give it
building.
away.
Yep. Anyway,
How'd you survive?
I'm a Spider-Man. I swung away, just like you imagined. in your
Spider-Man
minds.
versus Night Owl is the
The next
is the
video.
sequel.
Spider-Man
Night Owl
takes
could be
on
the villain
owl
of the day
night.
or whatever, the
Yeah.
villain of the week.
He would be a good
be
villain
so
of the
funny.
week, Night Owl. So our third day, I was just begging for us to wait until it wasn't so cold that I would die. I have something called Raynaud's, which means the ends of my fingers turn white when it gets cold and I can't feel them. All the blood like
He's a big
retreats.
baby in the cold. is
And I'm a
basically
big
what it
baby
means.
in the cold. And so we waited till it was like 40. And we were like, oh, it'll be warm compared to the 0-degree days we've been having.
Right.
It wasn't. And you can see
It
it in the
was.
music video. My nose is completely red.
When the sun was out, it was pretty nice.
when the
And
sun
a
was out, it was
jacket,
okay.
I was doing great.
But
Yeah, you guys
we
were
there
fine.
past.
I love the
sunset.
cold and the dark. What does that say?
You're a night owl.
You're a
broken.
night owl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're nocturnal.
He's so proud of it.
And
to
anyway,
love
so
me.
we had to bring Night Owl back out for that day. So we had a few shots with him. We did the whole music video again, lip synced everything again from the roof. So we had
Got
plenty
like
of
a
things.
classic boy band
Yeah,
shots.
classic boy band energy and a lot of
we
fun
didn't,
shots.
We didn't
of it.
record all of it. We did the chorus and stuff. We didn't do the verses. up
Okay,
there, I don't
most of it. We got a lot of
Right.
stuff.
Let's
Like,
not
we
give false
re-recorded.
information to our fans.
Yeah, because that's really what.
I guess I'm misremembering.
They recorded the whole.
We did the whole thing. It was so hard, so difficult. But no, so we recorded everything again there, and then we had wrapped. So we had 3 full days of shooting, and we were heading into post.
Post, yes. And post didn't happen for months because once again we put it off and procrastinated.
It's
as we
hard
do.
to like make time for that kind of stuff when you have client work and
Right.
like you're working a job, like you're working.
I'm working a job.
Yeah, we're
We're
all like got our
working.
own separate
It
things
sounds
going
like
on.
we're just faking it. You're doing
kinda
jobs.
working.
You're doing jobs, right, guys?
I'm an art
Yeah.
teacher. He works at a TV station, and he works at a place called Small Nation that does
Yeah.
a lot of video work. So yes, we all have individual jobs outside of just doing these fun projects.
Outside of the bye music.
Right.
Correct. So it took us probably until
The
June,
summer. Yeah, June. Even July. Yeah, it was like the end of June.
end of June, probably.
Because obviously there was Mr. Howard prep stuff going on too. Didn't know when release would be
Yeah, that's
for
the
all
other
of that. Original idea we thought might be not releasing the video until fall, but then stuff got postponed for Mr. Howard. So then
Bye
we
moved
said,
up.
okay, let's get that done. It is summer. It's kind of silly that we were not going to even finish this summer. So then about a month before release, so we released it at the end of July, so about the end of June, we said, okay, let's lock in. We got to start editing this. And we also need to figure out how people are even going to find out we're doing this. 'Cause
Right.
at that point, we hadn't really told anybody. And
And the Mark Rodney Entertainment channel was brand new.
That's
it
the other
was
thing.
kind of dormant because the last thing released on there was
Roger?
Roger,
Roger.
which was in February.
Of like
So-
23 or 24.
No. You
24.
released the same year.
Yeah.
It was.
Was it 25?
Oh, it's this year. Right?
Yeah,
I thought
I think
it was
we just
24.
launched it.
You
yeah.
filmed it.
I guess we filmed it that
Keep
long.
going.
But-
I'll look it up.
But yeah, several months since then, and because we released Wingmen this year, dude. That was the first video.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
25. So we're not that bad.
Yeah. It wasn't that bad, but for a channel, obviously, if you go months without posting anything, especially a brand new one,
Right.
how do we get people to go and see this video?
There's
right?
like 10 subscribers or something.
Right, we had barely any.
20 something, yeah, 20
Yeah.
something. And now we have a lot more.
Compared to 20.
Yeah. But so I was saying, okay, for this video, we should try to actually market it, do something fun to try to market it and get it maybe a weekly. We did this a little for Wingman, but some kind of weekly thing telling people this is coming out, but we should do at least one or two fun videos too to advertise it because Night Owl is such a fun character. Figured you could do something interesting. So we brainstormed a little bit.
Yeah, so we spent a
You
night.
came up with
Yeah, we just like spent a night brainstorming and we were throwing out all kinds of ideas back and forth until we just landed on what if we went to the mall with Night Owl dressed up and took pictures with people
And ask people if they were Night Owl or
early bird.
right?
And then we just said, this would be a great way for them to find out random people, not just our friends, to find out we have a music video coming out and to have some stake in it. Because we said, as long as you go subscribe, we'll throw this picture in
Yeah.
our music video at the
Yeah,
end. And
right.
so if you watch the video, we have pictures with tons of strangers at the mall.
which is super fun, by the way.
which
That
was
a
so
great
fun.
idea.
And we had a great time. But let me tell you,
all of AT&T is an unofficial sponsor.
that's right. The whole store, the AT&T store, the
Credits on that video are wild. They didn't run any of that by me, by the way. I was watching it for the first time on the channel. I was like, what the heck is all this?
Kids Foot Locker.
We ran out. We needed more credits because it was such a small crew.
That's right. So we got creative. But no, it was a lot of fun. But let me tell you, it is not easy. Especially like we thought, like as the day went on, that it would like get easier to approach random
And
strangers.
it got a little easier.
And it got
but-
a little easier, but you still get that same like knot in your stomach to just walk up to a random person and be like, "Do you want to take a picture with this crazy looking character?" Like we have somebody in a full owl onesie and a t-shirt that says Night Owl wings and a mask, and he's a grown man.
Yeah.
And we're like, "Will you take a picture with Night Owl
Right.
and subscribe to our channel?" And people were way more down than
Yeah.
I honestly expected them to be, and our hit rate was great. Like rarely did we go up to somebody and they were like,
Yeah.
We had a few, but part of that was because we tried to be selective.
Yeah, we had a little fun with psychology that day, kind of analyzing people
Little
walking
fun
our
with
ways.
psychology.
Yeah, we picked up on subtle hints like people looking at us, making a disgusted face, and then walking the other way, as that they probably don't want to take a photo with Night Owl.
Or being freaked out versus people who were smiling or
Right.
like pointing it out and laughing.
Some people even said, "Whoa, what Night Owl? That's crazy!" And then we'd say, "Wait."
Especially the thing that got me was like the kids.
Kids weren't scared.
Kids loved him.
They
Like
said-
they already knew he existed. They obviously didn't. The
Yeah.
video wasn't even out. But I just mean like they would see him and be like, Night Owl. Like it was
Yeah.
some wonderful thing.
That's
like
fun.
Like the Easter Bunny or Santa Claus.
was awesome, yeah.
So it was super wholesome. And the
So all
kids
you
were
guys
excited.
think that we're just idiots, you know. we were bringing love to the world.
Yeah, that'll
with
show.
Night Owl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We co-created a character that's beloved by children.
This is what we
children
did
everywhere.
on purpose. I know it seems dumb, but it was all for the children.
All for the children. Yeah.
This is for the kids, which is why we had
Yeah,
juice
these
boxes.
children right here.
Yeah. Which is why we had party hats, juice boxes,
Right.
Yes.
pizza, and Night
Right.
Owl.
We pretended to be kids.
That's right.
Capri Suns.
Capri Suns.
They're really
yeah.
good, by the way. Jeez.
Yeah.
I did drink a lot.
You forget. You're like,
Of
maybe
Capri
just
Suns.
as a...
Capri Suns, just to clarify.
You think like maybe as a kid I was exaggerating the taste and I
Yeah,
just
no,
like
they're
and then
great.
you drink a Capri Sun now and you're like no
The most
Every-
refreshing thing I've ever
every-
had.
it's wonderful.
yeah.
It's transporting. But
Transporting.
yes, it's delicious.
It brings you somewhere else.
It does. It transports me to a higher realm.
Yeah.
To the realm of Night Owl.
But anyway, so we did that for marketing. That was a lot of fun. We like doubled our subscriber count in a day. I mean, we were pretty small. It's not as hard to do.
Right,
But
but
it
it
still
definitely
Those are
matters.
real,
right?
raw, like just
mattered.
people, right? That was the cool part.
Yeah.
Is even though it's obviously you can mess with algorithms and all that stuff, I'm sure, but it was cool to just kind of actually see people who actually want to go support.
And
you.
we had people go watch other videos on our channel and say, like, we watched Wingmen. We
Right.
thought it was great. We had people say, you should perform your song live. Like, or do you perform live at all? And we're like, no.
no, we could barely get it in 300 takes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We squeaked by with a lot of takes. But we even played around with that idea. We were like, should we perform it? Are we crazy?
Just lip syncing it like every other artist. does.
Yeah, exactly. But you know, we had a lot of fun, and I
Yeah.
think the marketing worked the way we wanted it to. And in the end, it helped us feel even more excited about the release of the video.
Because that's
Yep.
half the part, is just getting us back into the hype. Because it'd been over a year, or a year, I guess, at that point, of just, is this ever going to release? We're going to just do it. We don't want to just push it out and be like,
It's there.
it's done, I guess.
Right.
Right. Because this project was really special to me. Obviously, it's on their channel. But, you know, collaborating on that was
your idea.
was great. So, yeah, I really wanted to see this project go just because it's also, you know, one
Right.
that I was a big part of.
Right.
And
Oh,
as a
yeah.
production company, I'm just proud that it saw the light of day. Right, we did finish the project in a level that you guys are proud of. I think it is highly produced, even though we face limitations and we don't have a lot of money to throw at something like this. But you still had a lot of fun, and we continue to do that. For different projects, and that's something I want to continue to keep part of our ethos as we are building Mark Rodney Entertainment. I want to continue doing the fun stuff for the sake of fun and sharing and being creative and collaborative and things like that. So it may take a long time, but we got it done and got it out. So yeah,
did.
I'm proud of it.
Yeah, and we were too. I think in the end, we've
Yeah, we watched it quite a bit.
we love putting it on the.
we were about
putting it on our big
500 of
TV
those 1,000 views.
and showing
Literally,
it to our
we had
friends and-
people over pretty much the day of, right? Or
Yeah.
the day after it happened to be. And then we just said, you want to see something really cool? And just put it on the TV and made everyone there watch our music video. And they
like-
actually enjoyed it.
They did. We were like, we have a
most part.
captive audience. We have a captive audience.
Yeah.
In fact, some of them laughed more at that than the comedy we watched later. So
That's true.
Yeah,
senses of humor differ.
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it was a lot of fun. We had a good time with the project. I think learned a lot along the way, and like I said, like you said, proud that we saw it to its. It's not always difficult to just have a project done. It is difficult at times when you have as much going on, as we do, to maintain the vision of the project and maintain the energy to do it to the highest level with a very small group of people.
Right.
And I think that's what we did with this was we actually did see it through to the point of being proud of it and where we were seeing it going and what the vision was, including stretching it out to 3 days, right, of shooting instead of 2 and spending, a ton of time in the edit together, John and I, and going out and marketing it and all of the things we wanted to do. We pushed through and we did it, and then it came out.
and it paid off, right?
And we felt like it paid off.
Yeah.
On a channel with very few subscribers, the view count was
Right.
much higher than our subscriber count.
Yeah.
And
And real quick on that, again, we say it every podcast, but we're just trying to get the word out there that, projects like this are going to be on the Mark Rodney Entertainment channel. It's just a completely separate YouTube channel. So go and subscribe to that channel if you want to see more of that stuff. This podcast is hosted on the Mark Rodney Productions channel, but we have a sister channel, I guess you
Yeah.
could call it.
Yeah.
Mark Rodney Entertainment. That is still our projects, but it'll house these.
It'll house all of our creative, fun, like
Right.
film-related, narrative, fictional type stuff.
And there's a whole nother podcast episode if you want to listen to why we did that, or a little bit deeper dive on that.
yeah,
but that was
all
good.
that info is already out there.
Yeah, but good job, guys. Thanks for involving me in this project. I think it came out super fun. And yeah, if you haven't watched it yet, make sure you go and give it a watch, a like, and subscribe.
The classic YouTube 3.
Yep, gots to. All right, that's it.
Sayonara.
Goodbye.
Adios. Bye. Goodbye.